Surah at-Tawba 9:29. Fight those who do not believe in Allah and the last day, nor comply with what Allah and His Messenger have forbidden, nor embrace the religion of truth from among those who were given the scripture until they pay the tax, willingly submitting, fully humbled. To fully understand this verse, we need to bear in mind that Quranic verses are of two types. General verses talk about belief in Allah, good manners, and acts of worship. Specific verses such as this verse were revealed with regard to particular situations. Also, taxation systems have existed since ancient times. Under Islamic rule, all individuals had financial obligations. Muslims paid zakah, equivalent to 2.5% of their savings, and non-Muslims were required to pay jizya, tax for protection from foreign enemies. The jizya was an average of 1 dinar, or 4.25 grams of gold annually. Women, children, the elderly, the clergy, the poor, and those who were unable to work were exempt. Those who opted to join the army were also exempt. Poor non-Muslims were supported financially by the state. Muslim rulers refunded the jizya if they failed to protect their non-Muslim subjects. However, misguided individuals cite this verse which they believe to be violent because without proper context, this verse is said to endorse violence against innocents. They conveniently and deliberately leave out the historical context regarding why and when this was revealed. To put things in context, it has been agreed by some of the earliest classical to modern commentators on the Quran that the Surah at-Tawba 9:29 was revealed in relation to the expedition to Tabuk to face the Byzantine or Roman Empire's army. According to Sahih Muslim or Hadith and Riyad as-Salihin, the Tabuk expedition was undertaken as a result of the imminent advancement of the Byzantine army on the Syrian border for war. When the Muslims got to Tabuk to face the enemy, the Muslims found that the Byzantine army had fled. So what did the Muslims do to those Christians and Jews that were allies of the Byzantine and had sided with them against the Muslims? Did the Muslims start killing them indiscriminately? On the contrary, no harm was inflicted on any Christian or Jew. Sahih al-Bukhari and Kitab Futu al-Buldan report to us the following. We accompanied the Prophet in the Ghazwa of Tabuk, and the king of Ayla presented a white mule and a cloak as a gift to the Prophet. And the Prophet wrote to him a peace treaty allowing him to keep authority over his country. Since all wars must end, a limit and end of the action of fighting against those people has also been set forth in this verse, where it has been said, until they pay jizya with their own hands while they are humbled. Literally, jizya means return or recompense. In the terminology of the Sharia, it refers to the amount of money taken from disbelievers in lieu of killing. Allah, in His perfect mercy, reduced their punishment by giving them an option that, should they agree to live as subjects of the Islamic State under the general Islamic legal framework, they will be allowed to remain and will pay a nominal amount of jizya. Since they would be living as citizens of a Muslim state, the protection of their life, property, and honor will be the responsibility of the Islamic government, and no hindrance will be placed in the observance of their religious duties. A similar agreement was reached between Sayyidina Umar and the Christians of Bani Taglib, which stipulated that the jizya on them be levied at the rate of Islamic zakah, but twice the zakah. These were small amounts, yet there were instructions from the Prophet that no one should be made to pay more than he could afford. If anyone oppressed a non-Muslim, the Prophet himself will support that non-Muslim against his oppressor on the day of Qiyamah. Permission is given to many other people also who live in an Islamic country with the freedom to keep observing the precepts of the religion. Jizya is not taken from them. For example, women, children, the aged, religious leaders, the disabled, and the handicapped. Had jizya been taken in lieu of Islam, it should have been taken from the aforementioned individuals as well. It should be noted that instruction was given in this verse that once these people have agreed to pay jizya, fighting should be stopped.